Hey, what's going on, guys? Today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at iOS 17.1. I'm a little bit late to the party here, but I guess late's better than never, right? So let's go ahead and talk about this. Apple also released a few other major updates for iPadOS, as well as macOS Sonoma 14.1 and watchOS as well. So let's go ahead today and just talk about iOS 17 and iPadOS 17. So this update on my iPhone 15 Pro Max came in at 1.5 gigabytes. So let's go ahead and just talk about the new features here. So this is our first major update to iOS 17. We've just been getting bug fixes so far along the way. So this is actually a feature update. So there are a few new things that we can talk about here. So the first thing we'll talk about is AirDrop. So with AirDrop, of course, there's that cool new feature where you can take your phone and put it up against another compatible iPhone and AirDrop or name drop something by basically just touching the phone. So now there's a new option here that was actually introduced in iOS 17, but it was not yet activated, of course. Well, now it is. So now if you head over to General and your AirDrop settings, you will see that there is a new option down here that says Use Cellular Data. So it says continue to send and receive content when Wi-Fi is not available during AirDrop. So this basically means that if you go to AirDrop something with somebody, you don't have to sit there and wait for it to actually download to your phone. You now have the ability to walk away from that other person in their phone. So you can do a quick AirDrop, your thing starts loading, and you can go on while it's still downloading. So now you have the option to use cellular data if you don't want to stand there and wait on Wi-Fi. So pretty cool feature there. Another thing Apple introduced in iOS 17 is the new standby feature. So with standby, if you plug your iPhone in and then you put it in a landscape orientation, maybe you have a dock on your nightstand or something like that, it can kind of turn into a little kind of bedside clock situation, which is a pretty neat little idea. Well, now there's a new option here in standby. So if you go into the standby settings, you can now go to display, and you see that there are a few new display options here. So this, of course, is on iPhone 14s and up with the standby here. So there is a new option for never right here. This is only available on iPhones like the 14 and 15 that have the always on display. So if you hit never, your phone will be illuminated basically all night long. So you can hit that, and there you go. You also see that those options disappear down there at the bottom. So if you use something like automatically, you'll have these additional options down here to choose from. So pretty cool. There are a few changes here to do with Apple Music. Of course, we go over this in every single video. I'm not an Apple Music user, so I can't actually show you any of these features, but there are some new options here about how to handle favorites and some different playlist things here. So the first one, of course, is favorites. So favorites now expand to include the ability to choose songs, albums, and playlists. And also you can choose through those filtered items in your library. So you'd have an option for favorites. I might can see it, well, maybe not. Anyways, you'll have options for your favorite songs, your favorite playlist, whatever here in your library. Also, you now have some playlist customizations. So you can now choose different cover art for your playlist. So you can change the colors and reflect how your music is in your playlist, make it your own basically. And then you now have song suggestions that appear at the bottom of every playlist, which makes it easier to add music. Spotify has had this forever, so glad to see Apple is finally joining the bandwagon. Then there's some other improvements and different things here and there. So now on your lock screen, you obviously have the ability to create a custom lock screen nowadays in iOS 17. So there's now a new option for the photo shuffle wallpaper that you can choose from. You can now do photo shuffle on a specific photo album. So that is pretty nice, a little more customization for you. Also, another bug fix kind of deal here is HomeKey support. So HomeKey now supports Matter locks. There's also an issue that was addressed that caused a significant location privacy setting to reset when transferring an Apple Watch or pairing it for the first time. I actually think that I had that issue when I was transferring my Apple Watch Series 6 to this new iPhone, so it's nice to see that. I definitely had the issue with the current location weather bug. That was really annoying, but good news, that has been fixed in the latest version of watchOS that just came out. So it's nice to be able to use my weather complication again with current location. Another issue that was addressed is where the names of incoming calls may not appear when you are on another phone call. So if you were talking to somebody and somebody was trying to call you, it may not appear up top. So that should be fixed now. Also, a thing here has to do with ringtones. So in your ringtone settings, apparently there was a problem where custom and purchased ringtones were not appearing. So they've added that option back in as well. It also seems that they have made ringtones and text tones, alerts, etc. louder in this version of iOS 17.1. That was one thing that I was kind of concerned about. I definitely noticed that the tones and alerts were much quieter, so it's nice to see that they've increased the volume of those. And then, of course, last but not least, crash detection optimizations for iPhone 14 and 15. They're always trying to kind of get that right. The only other major thing that I would consider to be kind of important here that really wasn't mentioned is with this update, they now introduced Apple Pay Later. So you can go into the Wallet app, you can go into Apple Pay Later, and you can basically set up an item that you purchase on 4 easy interest-free payments. It works the same way as like Affirm does. You see those buy now, pay later things all over the internet nowadays, and Apple now has their own version. So that can be set up and configured in the Wallet application. And guys, other than that, that's basically it for everything here in iOS 17.1. Let me know what you think about this update in the comments below and what you want to see going forward. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the channel, subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video.